That's a good
Okay, we're going to start this meeting. Welcome to Shelby County Board of Supervisors meeting this February 3rd. Anybody have a conflict of interest?
None.
Nope.
Okay. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion.
Motion by Bryce.
Second.
Second by Mike. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Okay, everybody read the minutes of January 21st.
Changes.
No changes.
Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Motion by Mike, second by Bryce. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Okay, everybody looked at the claims.
No issues. I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Bryce.
I will second.
Second by Mike. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Pipeline liaison report, Steve Kinkle.
Morning.
Morning,
Steve.
Mine's going to be pretty short. I just got update on a couple legislation items. I was down in Des Moines Wednesday and Thursday last week. The House Senate File 2104 that Steve Holt introduced and is for managing went over to the Senate, passed by quite a few in the House majority. Got over in the Senate. Of course, we're seeing the same games we've seen for the last 4 years. They took and amended his bill right away, didn't even discuss it, and removed the use of eminent domain. Very disappointing that our Senator Jason Schultz, has told the landowners here for 4 years that he supports protecting property rights, and he was one of the guys that were on the Commerce Committee that voted to change and amend the rules. So you take that word for it. I can't believe how him and Representative Holtz are so opposite, but to you they'll say the same thing, but Steve is definitely a man of principle.
The Senate version says it can use it as a last resort. That's what they'll go to right away.
Right, but like my argument is if they say they're not gonna use it, when they just put it in there, otherwise there's
Right.
no, we know how all the talk has been for the last 4 years. So.
Leaving that loophole open.
Yep, I'll let the rest for later with our closed session. Okay?
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, motion to open public hearing for first reading the ordinance 2021-26-1, open burn.
You want to read it?
No.
Neither.
You want to come in and explain it, Alex?
That's a read. Somebody has to read it.
Morning.
How are you, Alex?
No, go on about yourself.
Good.
Okay, so far.
That's good. So yeah, I know we talked about this like a couple meetings ago, but basically this just echoes a lot of what state code says and imposes some local penalties for not having a supervised burn in the county. We've had some problem with that with different people throughout the years. And that's something we've wanted to address, so that's what this ordinance is. And then it also references our uniform billing code that we have in ordinance. We have a meeting with the ESA to review that, because that hasn't been updated since 2011, I think. That's this Thursday, so that's on the agenda to do that there. But yeah, it's kind of background of it.
Want us to
Did
read
you
it?
motion for the, to open?
No, I don't think we did.
I'll make a motion to open the public hearing.
I'll second.
Open by Mike, second by Bryce. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. We got that right
I'm
there.
going to say that all again.
No, we just have to read.
Yeah.
How about
Want to read it, Alex?
I can, yeah, fine.
I'd rather.
So whereas the Shelby County Board of Supervisors finds that open burning when left unattended poses a significant risk of uncontrolled fire spread, public nuisance, and air quality degradation, and whereas the Iowa Department of Natural Resources has adopted statewide open burning regulations in Iowa Administrative Code 567 and chapters 23.2, and whereas Shelby County Ordinance number 2001-5 as amended establishes a schedule of and procedure for billing costs associated with fire department responses, and where Iowa Code 331.301 section 1 455B dot 133 and 364.3 subsection 4 authorizes counties to adopt local ordinances and to recover costs for emergency services rendered due to violation of law. Now therefore be it ordained by the Board of Supervisors of Shelby County, Iowa, that to supplement Iowa Administrative Code, Section 567, Chapter 23.2, by requiring constant physical supervision of all open burns and by authorizing direct billing to the responsible party for fire department responses caused by illegal, negligent, or unattended open burning in accordance with Shelby County Ordinance number 2001-4. Excuse me, I should say 2001-5. Definitions: open burning by burning of combustible materials where the products of combustion are emitted into the air without passing through a chimney or stack. Supervision: the continuous physical presence and a competent person 18 years of age or older who is actively monitoring fire, has immediate access to extinguished equipment, water, hose, extinguisher, or shovel, and is capable of fully extinguishing a fire if necessary. Responsible party: the person who starts or authorizes the open burn and who owns the property where the burn occurs, or who owns the property where the burn occurs. Adoption of state open burning regulations: all provisions of Iowa Code 567, Chapter 23.2, as amended, are hereby adopted by reference and shall apply in Shelby County except as modified in this ordinance. Section 4, mandatory supervision of all open burns. Every open burn allowed under state or local law within Shelby County shall be constantly supervised as defined in Section 2.2 herein. No open burn may be left unattended at any time. Exceptions to supervision requirement. The supervision requirement does not apply to fires within a fully enclosed, permanently stalled outdoor fireplace or barbecue grill used solely for cooking, or commercial incinerators or air curtain destructors operating under a valid DNR permit and in compliance with all permit conditions, or other fires burns as pre-approved by the local fire chief. Fire department response billing. Section 1, billing authorized. Any responsible party whose open burn violates this ordinance and state law and requires a response from any fire department serving Shelby County shall be directly billed for cost of the response in accordance with Shelby County Ordinance number 2001-5. Direct billing to responsible party: all invoices shall be issued directly to the responsible party, not to Shelby County or any township. The responsible party is personally liable for the payment. Application of Ordinance 2001-5. All procedures, fees, billing, timelines, collection methods, liens against real property, and waivers under Ordinance number 2001-5 shall apply fully to the violation of this open burning ordinance. Enforcement and penalties. Enforcement authority: the Shelby County Sheriff's Office, local fire chiefs, and designated county officials are authorized to enforce this ordinance. Civil penalties are: for first offense, $250. Second offense within 12 months, $500. Third or subsequent offense within 12 months is $750. Each hour an unattended burn continues shall constitute a separate offense. Fire response billing: in addition to civil penalties, the responsible party shall pay all fire costs, response costs as billed directly pursuant to Shelby County Ordinance number 2001-5. Criminal referral: reckless or intentional violations of this ordinance may be referred to for criminal prosecution. No open burning will be allowed during an active burn ban pursuant to Iowa Code 100.40. Severability: if any section, provision, or clause of ordinance is held invalid, the remainder shall not be affected. Effective date: ordinance shall be fully in effect upon passage of publication as required by law. And that's it.
Okay. Any public comment?
Thank you.
You received any communications at your office since our discussion last time?
I've had firemen approach me in there for this, so.
I actually had at our last meeting, they were wondering when this was going to be in effect. It's getting to be season and they're getting worried.
That time.
Other than that, we have a motion to close the public hearing to resume regular meeting.
Motion?
Motion by Bryce.
Second.
Second by Mike. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Motion to suspend second and third reading of ordinance 2026-1, open burn.
We have to move to adopt it first, right?
Okay.
We have to suspend any
You have
further
to
readings.
suspend first.
Just, okay.
Yeah.
I'll move to suspend the second and third readings then of ordinance 2026-1,
Motion by Mike,
Second.
second by Bryce. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Motion to adopt ordinance 2026-1, open burn. Do I have a motion?
Motion approved.
Motion by Bryce,
I will second.
second by Mike. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Chris Frederickson,
Thank you.
roads report.
Good morning. I'll keep mine short. Okay, first off, I have a few right-of-way permits for approval. Nishnabotna Valley REC is going to replace and work on some electric lines. This will all be to the northeast of Red Line. So there's one will run around 4 miles and the other is just about 5 miles. So 9 miles total of line they would like to work on. That will involve Woodland Road, Wildwood Road, and 1800th Street. So I think that would be a good upgrade for everyone up in that area. Nothing too exciting for those. We also have Farmers Mutual, and they have quite a number of them. Nothing too exciting, but a quick rundown. Everything is on the western side of the county, more or less. I've got Elmwood north of 44, involves parts of Elmwood Loop and 1150th, so it'll be right north of Highway 44, it's east of Portsmouth. They have another one just in the area of Fur and 1200th Street, Cedar Road south of 1600th Street, and then 400th Street east of Ironwood. So just small sections of fiber they would like to install going to residences and other things for the year. Also, to go along with Farmers Mutual, they are running a line down Highway 191. And since that's a state highway, it will cross our entrances or our roads to 191. So the state requires that we sign off on that as well. It will get close to our right of way, whether it actually touches it or not, probably not, but since it'll go underneath our access, they require that. So
Can we do this all in one motion?
please.
Got a motion to approve?
Make a motion.
Motion by Bryce,
I will second.
second by Mike. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
Thank you. And just a few other quick things, not a whole lot going down at the road department right now. The maintainers are out doing minor blading, trying to pull the rock back in. Any rock that's out in the grass now that everything's froze, we're trying to reclaim that again too. So they are out. Public should see them running around. We are servicing equipment now that we are froze out officially. So 2 of the excavators are back. Getting those ready to go for the year. The other one's still out there taking trees down, and then it will come back to get serviced and ready to go, and we'll head back out as soon as we can. So with the frost, all job sites are at a standstill right now. We aren't actively digging anywhere, so. Hasn't been too eventful the 2-week period, but that's okay. Still no snow. So if there's no questions, that's what I've got for this morning.
Thank you, Chris.
Any questions? Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
Okay, Kyle Magner?
Magner.
Magner. Mertu CEO,
Yep, I just wanted to introduce myself and say hi.
welcome.
New to the area. Harlan's great so far. I mean, I'm sure there'll be something comes out of the woodwork, but things good. Ask me anything you want, I'll give you a little background. I've been in the medical field for 30 plus years. I was a CNA, and then I was a surgical first assistant for years. Then I was a nurse, and then I was stupid and went and got an administrative degree. And then I was a COO in Colby, Kansas. And then I've been the CEO of the hospital. We just did a brand new, from the ground up build for a new hospital in Ellenwood, Kansas. So I've been doing for the last 11 years. Took us about 5 years. We were dumb and did it in the middle of COVID too, so that was fun. But we got it done. The facility's open. We were open for about 1.5 years. I was not looking to leave. I thought I'd retire there, but you know, sometimes things drop in your inbox for a reason. I read it and I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. And went from
Construction's
there.
already done.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Bird too. You know, they had quite a few remodels, and you came to that open house, which was great. The new clinic space is awesome. If nobody's been up there to see it, it's very nice. We did just get a grant approval for MRI, so we'll be adding an MRI machine in the next year and a half. So we just got that grant approval earlier this week. So.
Very nice.
Have we replaced the mobile unit then that
Yep.
comes in?
Yep, we'll have an in-house MRI. Don't ask me location and all that. I'm still learning the building myself, but plans are already in place. They kind of had it already kind of laid out for a future possibility. But when that governmental kind of doling out of cash went to all the states and they put out that grant program, we applied for it and we got it. So
Good.
yeah. Any burning questions about? I mean, married, 2 kids, all that, right? They're grown though.
Find a house yet?
No, like I said, I wasn't looking. So our house there wasn't market ready.
Yeah.
And I had a windstorm in July that took off kind of the siding off of our chimney. And so water damage got in there because you guys have had no snow. We've had no snow, I should say. But down there we got 8 to 10 inches just a week ago.
There was plenty of wind in Kansas.
Yeah. So fought with the insurance for 5 months and they won't pay for it. So had to find a general contractor and take out a HELOC loan. So long story short, I'm hoping to get the house on the market in about a month. So sell it and then buy something here.
Kids in school down there still, or?
No, 25-year-old, married
Okay.
to an Air Force officer. She lives at McConnell Air Force Base in Wichita. My other daughter, and she would hate that this is being televised, but she's my lost child. She lives out in California with her fiance. I've started her in 3 different career paths, and I told her I'm not paying for another until you figure out what you want to do. So that's kind of where that's at.
Good.
So, if anybody has any questions, I'm pretty much Ruth is my lifeline up there, like she was for Barry, I'm sure. But if you want to talk to me at any time, just get on my schedule. I'm pretty much will talk about anything at any time. In fact, you'll have a hard time getting me to shut up. So.
All right. Next.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Good to meet you.
Yep.
ICAP insurance, cyber limits increase and approve. The auditor to sign the renewal.
Good morning. Do you want to address that or have?
Brent's here. You want him to come up?
Brett,
I didn't see him out there.
Morning, Brandy.
Morning.
Brett?
So when we had met the last 2 times, I would say normally, but it's not also abnormal, especially in programs. We had hoped that they'd have an in-between limit for you guys on cyber. And really, the in-between limits are what you have at the $250,000 or the $1 million option they do. So I know we kind of, generally speaking, it was thought maybe we'll step into it, but they didn't go to the program provider and get that many options. They have, kind of the embedded $250,000 or the $1 million. In terms of just cost and budget and some of those things, because that was obviously a good question that you had, Mike. You guys did choose a higher deductible on property, which saved you just shy of $7,900, $7,880. If you increase the cyber, the increase in cost is $6,580. So you would still net save $1,300 based upon your changes, even if you increase the cyber. If you want to wait a year, do it next year, and kind of proactively plan with tearing and budgeting. I don't think that's crazy or wrong or any of that. I just think sometime in the near future you need to take the increase, whether that's this year or next year.
I think we should just do it, be safe. If it's kind of a wash, we come out a little bit ahead anyway, so it's not going to
Well, we have
affect the budget.
a lot to lose if we
Yeah, it's a gamble,
have a
and
problem.
gamble you hate to lose.
Cyber's been tough. There's been a lot. I mean, even for all the things, cyber carriers will proactively put out supplemental applications. We've already done that. They'll say, hey, and I don't understand all the technicality term verbiage, but they'll say, have you done A, B, C, D, E? And a lot of entities, yep, we've done A, B, C, D, and E, and they still have a breach, sort of thing. So even the cyber carrier saying, hey, you're doing 99% of what you need to do, and there's still a breach. The most common thing that happens to all of us is human error. It's the email clicks. We just got an email from a third-party provider we have that just asked about, hey, is this invoice really from you? And it wasn't. And it was some consulting and training thing for $90,000. And oh man, I'm really glad I asked. I'm like, yeah, me too. So it happens. So just is what it is. You're all aware enough now of cyber than we were 20 years ago. So I don't-
Austin's done a good layer of safety for us too with his training.
100%, yeah.
And so
Yep.
I'll make a motion to jump up to that $1 million coverage.
Okay, motion by Mike,
I'll second that.
second by Bryce. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried.
So for you, that'll come through as an amendment. So if you want to pay the original one and the increase separately, you can, or you've got the increased amount. Yeah, it doesn't matter either way is what I was getting at. But if you're like, no, I haven't written the check yet, it doesn't matter.
Well, thanks for the explanations and options.
Yep. And then while I guess I'm sitting down, anything with the freezing claim, Tara and I talked and we've emailed in and got the process started, but if something comes up, certainly let us know, and it's already in the works and being handled.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brant. Yep.
Okay, consider approval of Shelby County Fair Board funding request.
Morning, guys.
Morning.
Morning.
Darren Gosworn with the representing the Fair Board, so appreciate everything you guys have done for us over the years and funding, the county funding, but here's a pass these out to you guys. This kind of gives a breakdown of the Association of Fairs for the state, the county funding, and each county's different attendance records, different funding in different parts of the state. No rhyme or reason to it. I guess I'm more concerned about this county and appreciate everything that the dollars that we do get from you, because they do get used. I would characterize what we're kind of going through right now as a little bit of growing pains, so which is a good thing. But done a lot of changes, a lot of capital improvements, and if you followed what's going on at fairgrounds this summer, it's going to be busy. And so my pay grade for my volunteer fair board is going to get checked. So with that, we're always looking for always looking for more, right? You know, if there's an opportunity, and I look at this from a county standpoint. I'm looking at the neighboring counties, Crawford, Monona, and Harrison. Less attendance. If I'm comparing apples to apples, they're at that $25,000 range. We're currently at 19.3. If there was a request from the fair board, I would love an opportunity to maybe potentially get bumped up to that, so we can keep doing what we're doing down there. I don't know of a venue in the county that brings more people than the Shelby County Fairgrounds on a yearly basis, especially for a 6-month period from April through September. You got
Attendance number, is that fair and
That is just
races?
fair.
That's just fair, okay.
That's all the fair activities, which we were estimated at 10. Obviously, we have a free gate, so we're just kind of going off the eye test a little bit, what's going on, but we're bringing some better entertainment. All these things cost money, and the capital improvements. We got some electrical things going on. We got some plumbing. We got some old facilities, right? And it takes money to upgrade those things. And with what's coming to town, I get a little anxiety thinking about it. But that's 10,000. Mikey said that's just for the fair. I mean, you're talking sprint car race in June. Could bring 4,000 people. A 3-day Lucas Oil race, it could bring 12 to 15. Ragbri, who knows? I mean, I would assume that the fairgrounds will be full. And I'm not sure how that's logistically going to work yet, but that's a different day. But and then another big race we got going on in Tiny Lund in September, and another World of Outlaws in August. So, and there's just, which is awesome. It's awesome for the county. It's awesome for the town. If there was room in the budget, I guess from the fair board standpoint, we would love an opportunity to be comparable to the 3 counties that I asked about. Now, you can look on here and you see Cass and Carroll. Obviously, their supervisors don't think quite as much as their county fairs. So,
What is your budget done over, maybe you don't have this right at the top of your head, but like the last couple of years, was your budget stayed the same, your operating budget stayed the same?
our
or has it
operating
grown,
budget's
or-
actually, I mean, it's a good question. As far as funding, I mean, we're through the county, we get state funding.
those have been pretty steady. And then a big portion of what we do, and we still do some grants.
Your fundraising's been really
And
strong.
our sponsorship drive has been amazing
Mhm.
for the last 6 years. But in order to get the sponsorship dollars going in the right direction, you gotta bring things that people wanna come see, right? You can't be stagnant and keep doing what we're doing. And I've told the fair board this, I mean, we're not so much in the fair should always still be about the kids and all that, but with fewer numbers of 4-H kids, fewer number of FFA kids, we have less exhibitors. How do you get these people down there? And what we get more and more people that aren't even fair oriented or ag oriented in this county, that's the goal. And I would say we're probably in the entertainment business more than anything. I think that's a big portion of what we're trying to do, and we see it as a win-win for if we get people in town, they're gonna go about town and do some things in this community that spend some money. So this is a great opportunity this summer for us as a fair board. We'll be utilizing those grounds more than we ever have, and working together with the city and you guys. It's going to be busy, but it'll be good. As far that in a nutshell, Mike, we have a budget, and we seem to. If the funds are there, we got more projects. I mean, we got some big projects on the horizon we'd love to tackle. It just takes money, right? So.
Well, the state's putting a noose around their neck right now in Des Moines, if you've heard that, so definitely we're underfunding you compared to our neighbors.
Yep.
So,
Yeah, I mean, these things are all over the place.
That's what I said. I mean, there's no
Higher-
rhyme or
higher
reason
than
in this
some and
stuff.
lower than others, yeah.
And a lot of them,
but for the most part, we're underfunding them, but
if you look at the average per county down here in the bottom, that's, you gotta take that, I mean, you're dealing with some counties that, we're at 19.3. Some of these supervisors, I mean, they're throwing out $80,000 to $100,000, but in a higher populated segment of the state as well. So it's all apples and oranges sometimes, but I guess I'm looking at West Central Iowa and our neighboring cohorts and neighboring counties. So that's my 2 cents, guys. I think we've got a really good thing going on down there, and I think I've got a good board that I would say has a pretty good passion for this county and the people that are in it, and we want to see good things continue to go on down there. And again, it just takes money, right?
and it's absolutely money well spent.
Yeah, I don't think every funds that we get go right back into that facility. We absolutely, that's the goal, and they're old facilities, but they're still viable. We'll see if that old grandstand can stick with us another year. And,
It's been there a while.
I keep driving by and I keep thinking the wrong storm's coming through, and that thing's just still stay.
I used to go there when I was a kid, sit up there and watch the races.
Yeah, it's over 100 years old.
Mhm.
So there will be a day where that's got to be addressed as well, and we're trying to get some electrical stuff, and it's old. So just needs some upgrades. But if you guys have any questions, you can always reach out. And but I wanted you guys to be aware of it. And this is a yearly data sheet that we can get you guys, and I'd be more than happy to come in here and have continued dialogue with you and what we're doing down there.
Do you guys remember the history of, we've been at this number for
Seems like quite a while.
5 years, 20 years?
This has been at least 15 since I've been on the board.
Just as you know, we just gave $10,000 for the
Yep.
campground installation. And
Yep.
we do have our economic development fund that will start over again July 1. If there's a particular project that we could maybe
Yep.
look at that again too. So
Yep, and we very well may reach out to you guys about that. So I think it's business, economic development, that's what's coming.
Yeah.
There's a lot coming to town, so.
Any further discussion?
You want to table it or make a motion or what?
Just,
I don't know until we get the
Table it.
budget done where we're at too.
yeah, we gotta finish our budget out, see
understand.
how we're doing, and
Totally
See what the
understand. I
state
just want
does
to let
to
you
us.
know where you stand. And
We know there's great things going on down there.
well, it's a good thing.
Busier
So
than ever
it's,
this year.
yep.
You guys are doing a good job.
Thank you. I think it takes a good group of people and that like-minded and want good things for the county and the facilities, and That's what it takes.
Thanks for volunteering.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You
absolutely.
put a ton of hours in.
Yeah, it's a good thing. We're glad to do it, and grew up in this county, and a lot of memories down there, so want to keep it going. So, thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
The table list on next meeting? Okay.
I'll have to buy you a-
Budget time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, department head reports. Anybody got anything to say?
Kenny, no?
So nobody reached out.
Okay.
Okay, supervisors committee reports.
I have not had a meeting since our last meeting, so I have nothing.
The only thing of consequence for me was the statewide supervisors meeting in Des Moines last week. Hot topics were the same as they've been. Really a lot of talk about budgeting for law enforcement, how strapped counties are for that, and talked to the legislators about perhaps doing something about that. Property taxes was a big one, of course. Eminent domain, all of those issues continue to be discussed. Had some legislators there that we got to visit with and kind of put them on the hot seat. They squirmed a little bit and gave us no answers. But anyway, continue to learn a lot of those things as in kind of just getting my feet wet in this spot. So that was about the only meeting I went to that had any consequences for me. So
I had a couple, West Central and safety. I don't have anything to report, so. Okay, we'll move along. Consider approval of building and grounds use application for car show on July 18th, 2026 for local car group.
This application was submitted by J.R. Campbell for the local car group 1 to do a car show on July 18th from 8 to 3. They said they will be having it in conjunction with the race at the Speedway and mostly be using the streets around the square and the courthouse parking area if needed. They would like to use the power for a DJ during the event and hoping for around 100 cars with the race going on. That'll bring people up to the
More.
square.
this is not on Sunday.
That's right.
I'd say as long as they keep it cleaned up, it hasn't been a problem.
I don't have a problem with that.
Do I
I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay, motion by Bryce.
That is the,
It's the day before Red Bread.
yes, the day before Rag Break. Just making sure that, I don't know when vendors are going to set up for that. And
It's gonna be busy.
we want to approve that already and without knowing the plan for,
I think historically vendors do set up a day or two ahead.
yeah, that's my only concern. There's a
True.
lot going on around the square that
Mhm.
all weekend. I would say until we have a clearer understanding of what's going to happen on that
Did
Saturday.
the city, did you guys approve this car show, Jarvis?
I think so, yes.
You did approve it?
And if it's not, it's going to be approved.
Okay.
So on that Saturday, even with vendors setting up for Rag Ride on the square, or I assume they'll be on the square, I don't know for sure. but-
Somewhere.
Okay,
It's going to be busy.
okay. More the merrier, right? Bring in Uncle Joe. Okay, so,
Did you make a motion?
I made a motion.
okay.
I'll second.
I will second it. If the city is good with it, can handle
Motion
it.
by Bryce, second by Mike. All in favor, say aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Okay.
I have a question.
Okay.
Tim Whipple just texted me and he's available to get on Zoom whenever it works for you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
We got a few more things to cover here yet, I think.
Yeah, tell them.
Yeah, it's gonna be
give
a
a call
bit.
when we're ready for it.
Okay, consider appointment of wellness coordinator for Shelby County, which I talked to Melissa and she still wants to do that. I talked to her yesterday.
Okay, so she is the current wellness coordinator as well, and we continue doing it, so.
Yep.
We don't currently have one.
Oh, we don't currently. She resigned that.
Yeah, when she
Oh, shit.
left the auditor's office, she also resigned from that. But that's the only one that I've heard from is her.
And
Yep.
she's done a good job, right?
Oh, yeah.
That-
Yeah, she's done a good job.
Okay.
So do I have a motion to approve?
There was a question whether that was going to be opened up for anybody to apply for, but if we've got a
Yeah.
current one doing the job, or has been doing the job. I gotta know it's currently
it's
open.
not
but-
a job to apply for, but if
Right.
somebody else is interested, then you can consider that.
Take it away from somebody who's been doing a good job with it. So.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Bryce,
I'll second that.
second by Mike. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Consider approval of publication of wages of Shelby County employees in calendar year 2025.
This is just our yearly publication of wages in the paper for the previous calendar year.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion by Mike,
Second?
second by Bryce. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Consider approval for the safety director to receive the incentive.
I'm gonna stay the same as. it's
Our
been.
mod factor is way down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's doing a good
He's
job,
done his job.
saving us big money.
Yeah. So
Okay,
Do you have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Bryce,
I'll second.
second by Mike. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Consider approval of starting wage for payroll benefits position.
The current starting wage is $16.95. The,
Yeah, if you guys wanna come in, so you can hear better, welcome to. Yes, so they can listen.
I posted with the deadline of January 12th and hired on that following Friday. She worked 1 week and then quit. I had a couple other turn down interviews after hearing what the starting wage was. Gave out the benefits package information, the health insurance, all the other benefits that are offered, and she still said that wasn't enough starting wage. Another one canceled an interview after setting up, starting wage wasn't where they wanted. I put out a questionnaire study to other auditors on our chat. 95% of the counties don't have a set wage. They do based on department position, and breaking it down to hourly, the majority of them starting wage was 21 to 35 where they were at. Obviously varies by county size and staff members, but so I just wanted to propose an increase in that starting wage for that position.
Do you have a dollar amount in mind that you're thinking
With the,
to be able to attract somebody and retain them?
I didn't, I was throwing around 18, which isn't
We
much
talked-
of an increase, but then you get $1 after 6 months and $1 after a year.
We talked about McDonald's is starting at 17. And the girls that do clerical work here, I mean, that's a little better than throwing burgers. I'm not taking anything away from throwing burgers, but
No, I think we're low.
we are.
All the offices are low. So there just comes a time you have to make a correction. It's been that way forever. We just haven't been keeping up. So I think maybe you department heads could put your heads together and come up with something to raise everybody's, all the courthouse employees. Or, 'cause I don't want to just do it for your employee. I want to do it
Right.
for all of them. So maybe table it, you guys all talk, see what would be fair, and come back to us.
Yeah, I think that, I'm okay closing the gap a little bit, but there does need to be a bit of separation between year one
Yeah.
and, but eventually you do have to make that correction, and
Yeah.
We just haven't been
This
keeping
also
up with the
does push
starting.
out my hiring because I don't have a wage to offer
Right,
for the position, so
right.
If you want to come up with something, we could have a special meeting just to
Yeah.
address that.
You guys
Call
talk.
us together and
Yep.
get back together.
be fair to everybody, so.
Yeah, starting wage is always a ticklish subject when it comes to,
The
current
research I've
employees.
done, we are low, and we need to attract good people and keep good people,
Yeah.
so.
I got to come at the same starting salary as Charlie, and he's been here 12 years. It's just never easy to, who's to say he shouldn't get more than me, because he's been here for 12 years, it's always difficult.
So,
But we want to treat the new people right, we got to get them here
Right.
to retain them.
exactly.
But we need to be able to retain them also, so.
Just to make you feel better, when I started here, I started at $5 an hour.
When they built the courthouse.
Charlie, I know.
That was a long time ago.
$9. Hey, but it adds up
Yeah, I
fast.
agree with Bryce, just get together with the other department heads and figure out a plan that is, so that we can
And
attract
just to
them first of
confirm,
all.
this will
Then
be
we
an
can have
across
a-
the board.
Another meeting.
Well,
So,
This will be with no disparity among employees, certain employees.
we don't know, it's what we want, come back with a recommendation. It's got to fit in the budget.
We'll try to be fair.
It may not be exactly the same, but I think we need to we seem to have more trouble attracting than we do retaining. So I think that's where we really need to focus, but it's not to say that the others can't go up a little bit also.
I can empathize with Taryn and what she's going through. I had a similar situation back in 2023. I hired a part-time person who quit after working a week because there was a lot more to it and not enough pay, and I've had it happen to me several times, and at that same time I had an employee leave, a second employee leave, and I approached the board at that time, and I'll quote, I was told
Carolyn.
you would be opening up a huge can of worms paying employees more. So,
yeah, I don't think you can comment right now, so, yeah. Yep, so.
And the hiring has just taken a new turn since COVID. And the supply is very low and demand is high. It's just, times are different. So, okay,
Table.
so we'll table it for now. See what you can come up with.
Okay, consider this table.
Oh, yeah.
Motion to enter closed session.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Mike,
Second?
second by Bryce. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
That discussion.